How concerned are you with the secondary? And I alluded to it a little bit earlier. Greg Newsome didn't have a great year. Martin Emerson didn't have a great year. Denzel Ward was pretty good, was banged up some. Um, is an improved pass rush all they need, or is it? I don't think it can ever be as simple as one thing. But that secondary has to play better. They have to turn the ball over.
Yeah, I think part of that is obviously, when you can put an offense in positions where they have to pass, where, it's not a question of what they're going to do. When you can force an offense to be predictable by down distance and scoreboard, that's when I think you can really put yourself in an advantageous situation. Now, from a Browns perspective, yeah, I still have questions about the safety position. Can Ronnie Hickman play at a starter level opposite Grant Delpit? I don't have as many concerns with Martin Emerson. I just kind of chalk it up to just having a down year. Like I said, those things happen with guys throughout NFL careers. I'm not as concerned because we've seen two really good seasons from Martin Emerson. I'm not that concerned, with one year not being a good one, especially when so many other guys did not have good seasons. And I feel like in some ways, secondary play it can be aided much more than anything by having a productive pass rush. And like I said, what few things help a productive pass rush, like being in an advantageous position and playing with a lead. I think about that Super Bowl. Part of the reason the Eagles pass rush was so dominant was because they had that lead and they forced Kansas City to have to throw. And when the opponent has to throw, you can just pin your ears back and get right after them. And it's when you have that mentality as a pass rush, when they're going to pass and your job is just rush like crazy to get after him, it makes your life a little easier to create that kind of havoc. And from havoc usually comes turnovers.
Yeah, and that's one thing the Browns defense will be focusing on. We've heard about it already.